EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams are in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Burrow on play action. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
1-2, ready?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, He is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown, Bengals. It's complete. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Devon Hamilton drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in and have just enough to get it done.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Four yards remain for 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he stopped immediately there. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Williams brings it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dalton Keene, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Check 24. Watch 22.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he will have a Jaguars first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Agnew now to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On play action, Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shoot that bomber.
Lawrence going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow on play action.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Play action. It's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, here's Agnew.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A give to Etienne running right.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Lawrence.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Check. He's crashed. Rock it. Undercrush.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Hey, echo. Watch it.
Lawrence will throw.
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score. Bengals 37. Jaguars 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That is caught. It's Williams. 30. 10. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
To return, here's Agnew.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
ETN once more.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, ETN once more. First down and more, ETN.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Hey, Charlie!
Now Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he gets it down to the 32.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mixon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they will take a knee here. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And they take a knee.